The Google link spam update was announced the other week. Did you see it? Quite a few people did. And if you're an owner of a website that relies on the majority of its traffic coming from Google, you might have started to worry.
Oh my God! Okay, it's happening. Everybody stay calm.
What's the procedure, everyone? What's the procedure?
Stay calm!
In a slightly cryptic and vague blog post from Google, they announced a few changes, including what they want people to do with their affiliate links and also their thoughts on guest posts. So yeah, if you've got affiliate links or if you've ever done some guest posts, then you're probably going to want to watch this video. So in this video, I'm going to share with you my thoughts on the link spam update. And I've also got some very special guests in this video because I've asked some other website owners and indeed SEO experts for their thoughts and opinions on this recent update. So if you've got a website and you've got some affiliate links on that website, maybe you've done some guest posting, you're probably going to want to watch this video. Let's go. Hello, it's Alex here. Hope you're all well. So let's start with what I think about the update. And basically, I think it's just Google trying to clamp down more on spammy guest post type sites. Now, I'm sure you're aware of these kind of sites. You may even have accidentally purchased some links from them. But they're sites that their prime objective is to make money from selling links. And they may have been a site that did quite well in the past, but you know, time has had a negative effect on it. It's losing traffic and the website owner just wants to monetize it any way they can. So an easy way to do that is to sell some links. If you take a look at what Google say about link schemes, you can see that they're really not keen on these kind of arrangements where you buy or you sell links just to get some page rank and boost your SEO. So, you know, it clearly says exchanging money for links or exchanging goods or services for links. All that kind of stuff is really a no-no when it comes to Google. This, of course, also includes dodgy things like PBNs or automatic link generation software things, which I'm not sure if they even work or exist now, but if they do, they're certainly going to get hit by this update. Now, of course, if you have been buying guest post links, which I have, using companies like Niche Website Builders, I don't think you've got too much to worry about because these guys are very careful in terms of where they get their links from and they do manual outreach and it's all pretty safe. But if you're buying guest posts and you're not 100% sure the kind of sites that they're getting the links from, then you do want to be really careful. The one part of this update that really sent people into a spin was what Google said about affiliate links. Basically, they said that you need to add a rel equals sponsored to affiliate links just to kind of make it clear that it's an affiliate link and you might get paid if someone clicks through and makes a purchase. Now, there's a problem here because an affiliate link is not a sponsored link. It's not like the company has come and like Amazon has said, hey, here's $100. Can you please link to this product on our website? They haven't done that. In fact, you only get paid if someone clicks through and, you know, makes a purchase. So it's not really a sponsored link. And in fact, if you add this tag, you could be in breach of Amazon's terms of services. If we have a look at that, you can see the part that says you must not misrepresent or embellish our relationship with you, including by expressing or implying that we support, sponsor, or endorse you. Keyword there is sponsor. So personally, I would ignore what Google just said about adding the rel equals sponsor tag to your links and just go for the classic rel equals no follow, which I'm sure you've been doing anyway and is something that Google recommend. So that's my thoughts on the Google link spam update. Basically, be really careful with the guest posting services that you use. Make sure that they are proper guest posts and you're not just buying links off some old site that literally just sells tons of links to make some money. Make sure the agency's doing manual outreach and, you know, they're proper guest posts. And secondly, well, don't worry too much about that rel equals sponsored. Just carry on adding the rel equals no follow. But what do I know? I'm no expert. Let's hear from some people that I think know quite a bit more than me. Let's start with Shaun Marrs, a very well-respected member of the SEO community. And yeah, you'll find a link to his YouTube channel below. In fact, you'll find links to all of the people that are featured in this video down there in the description. So do go check out all of their channels. But yeah, let's start with Shaun and see what he's got to say.
Firstly, I'd like to thank Alex for having me on his channel again. I'm Shaun and I do a similar thing to Alex. I'm a full-time content creator and I use my YouTube channel to document the growth of my businesses as well. Alex has asked us to share my thoughts on the Google spam update that rolled out about a week ago now, and it is a bit of a strange one. Personally, I don't really see why they've done it. It might be something for FTC regulations because there's a lot of antitrust issues and lawsuits against Google right now. But from a blogger perspective, I'm not really sure why some of the things have been in there. I've read the official blog post that Google released and I just want to go over a few things. This is the first one and the main thing I've had people from my community reaching out about, because most of my old blogs are affiliate blogs with a lot of affiliate links, and it's about marking your affiliate links on your blog with the sponsored tag. In my opinion, this doesn't matter. Back when Matt Cutts worked for Google, he confirmed that the Google algorithm can work out if it's an affiliate link anyway because of the referrer ID. John Mueller, who has a similar role at Google right now, he's also confirmed it as recently as last year. And then the day after they rolled out the Google link update, about a week ago, this question was asked on Twitter. And as you can see, John Mueller, who is a senior engineer at Google, replied basically saying, "There's no need to rebuild your sites and shift from no follow to sponsored links, but it would be nice if you would." One of my blogs uses do follow links for its affiliate links, and all the other ones use no follow because the AAWP plugin automatically no follows your affiliate links for you. I am curious if over the coming months there'll be any drop in traffic at all for the blog that uses do follow affiliate links. Personally, I don't think there will be, but I reached out to the AAWP team and this is the email they sent us back. Basically I said, will you add a feature so we can tick a box in the options for the plugin, and instead of no following the links, they'll add the sponsored tag, and they said they can't do it right now, but it is on their to-do list. And in my experience, I've suggested a lot of features to their dev team and the vast majority have been implemented quickly, so hopefully they'll get on that. The next part on the blog post that this update's meant to target is about guest posts, and this is basically the particular part at the bottom where it says algorithmic or manual actions may be applied. This is basically the exact same thing we've been living with anyway. They're fully aware of link schemes. If you want, you can go off and Google how they took Angelo Rank's PBN down, and they've done it with a lot of networks. It's quite easy to not necessarily avoid it, but try and mask your tracks. It's impossible for Google to work out every guest post on niche edit that you buy. I don't think this is going to do anything at all. I know Alex has some content on his channel about niche website builders. They're basically my go-to backlink providers as well. Yeah, if you go with them, I doubt there's going to be that much of an issue. Now, this last one, I've kind of used a traffic light system because 100% that top bit, 100% agree with that. About 5 to 6 years ago, I was a black hat spammer. I used software to build millions and millions and millions of links per day to various projects using churn and burn strategies, and they literally rolled out the Penguin 4 algorithm and stopped that overnight. There's been the Fred algorithm and a bunch of other ones. They are doing a lot of work to counter automated link building. Like I touched on earlier though, with guest posts and niche edits, it can get hard. If you just go with domains, you can Google who accepts guest posts and there's spreadsheets. Stuff like that, they're probably already watching. In guest post forms, you can detect them with outbound link counts and stuff like that anyway. That's why I'd go with someone, especially if you don't know what you're doing with links, go with niche website builders or a service and let them do it for you. Now, I've marked that middle one as an amber because Google have done this countless times and very little's changed. But like I just said, with Penguin 4 and Fred, it was literally overnight. The update was very effective. It does say it'll take 2 weeks to roll out, so we're still within that period. So I've put that as amber because Google have rolled updates out and said they'd work, and it has worked. And Google have rolled out updates and said it will work, and it's done nothing. So that does need time to see what happens. I've marked that bottom one as red though because I don't agree with that at all about focusing on high quality content and improved user experience. In my experience, anything medium comp and above, that's not going to do anything. But yeah, it's a weird update that Google have rolled out. I don't think they'll care about the sponsored tag on affiliate links. I think no follow will be fine. Matt Cutts has said that on Twitter anyway. The guest post thing, they've always tried to do that, so nothing's really changed. And then with that last one, yeah, it might make some changes, but we'll have to wait until the end of the update to see if it actually does anything or not.
So there we go. That's what Shaun has to say. Quite similar to what I said, so that makes me feel quite happy. Let's move on to someone else. Let's move on to Carl Broadbent. You know Carl. If you're a regular on my channel, you certainly know Carl. Let's see what Carl has to say.
So I've seen and read the latest Google announcement about their link spam update that's currently rolling out. And I know there is a lot of confusion about the links you attribute, whether it be rel equals no follow, or whether it should be rel equals sponsored. And I just wanted to give you my opinion on that. So I read the entire article that Google released, and one of the parts that stood out to me was right at the very bottom where Google says, we would like you to attribute affiliate links to no follow or sponsored. Now what they're saying is that no follow has always been the guideline and that should continue. But they would also like you to mark some of them with sponsored. It makes it easier for Google to spot which links are actually sponsored links. Now, should you do that with the majority of your links? I probably think not, because the majority of links on my website are going to be to Amazon Associate Program. Now, making a link from Amazon Associate Program to sponsored, I believe actually breaks Amazon's terms and conditions, because you're now saying Amazon has sponsored and paid you to link to that product, and they haven't. And by saying that link is sponsored by Amazon, actually breaks Amazon terms and conditions. So you could end up losing your Amazon Associate Program account. So for me, the safest option is just to mark them, as you should be, as no follow. I think if you mark all your affiliate links as no follow, you can't go too far wrong. So that's what I'm going to do. And otherwise, I'm just going to sit back and I'm going to wait till the water's clear a little bit and we get a little bit more clarification, because I do think the information that Google put out is a little bit confusing. So yeah, no follow on my links, and then otherwise sit back and wait.
So there we go. Similar again. No follow, good. Relation sponsored, bad. Could get you kicked out of the Amazon Associates program. So yeah, don't be changing any of those links just yet. Let's move on to friend of the channel, Doug, who obviously owns quite a few niche websites. Let's see if he's going to be making any changes to those sites based on this announcement from Google.
Hey, it's Doug Cunnington here from Niche Site Project. And this new link spam update that's rolling out, well, it just seems like it's another one of these updates, another one of the things that Google has been doing for several years to try to make spam and crappy links not as effective. So, for me personally, I'm not too worried about it generally. However, there's one or two things that I'll mention here. So number one, Google mentions in the developers.google news release for this information, they say, in the past, we observed campaigns of low quality sponsored and guest posts primarily intended to gain links. So it can be interesting because there are so many agencies or so many people that are going out trying to get guest posts, sometimes paying, sometimes these are sponsored posts, sometimes these posts are noted as such, sometimes they're not. So there are a lot of websites out there that simply just post guest posts and they accept some admin fees and they earn money that way. So it'll be interesting to see if those types of links are now, quote, nullified. And Google is very specific about what they're doing here. So they're nullifying these links, meaning they're hopefully not going to recognize them anymore. So this is similar to what has happened in the past with some of the big blog networks that were around back in the day, spanning back from before I got involved in SEO at all. So this has been something that Google's done several times in the past. Perhaps this is sort of a bigger update, an algorithmic type update versus when they would recognize a large network and sort of nullify those links. So I'm interested to see what'll happen. Generally, I'm on the white hat side of link building, where I'm not using private blog networks. I'm rarely using any sponsored guest post or anything like that. However, I have worked with several companies and tested with several marketing agencies that do link building, and they do guest posts. And a lot of times these guest posts are essentially sponsored posts. So like I said, it will be interesting to see how this plays out. As normal, I am probably not going to react very quickly. I'm slow to observe and see what happens over time. And that is either patience or laziness, but I will be interested to see how this pans out over the next several weeks and potentially several months. I mean, sometimes Google will roll out an update and then they'll tweak things over the course of several weeks, depending on how things turn out. So thanks to Alex, and I guess we'll catch you on the next roundup here.
Thanks a lot, Doug. Do go check out his channel. As I said, you'll find links to all the channels in the description. So next up, we've got Mark and Adam from Niche Website Builders, and they sent me a couple of bits of video and asked me to edit it together so that it kind of makes sense. So hopefully I've done that. And well, let's see.
Hi, I'm Mark. And I'm Adam. And we're from Niche Website Builders. Alex has asked us to record a short video on our thoughts about the recent Google spam or link spam update from Google. So here we are. Adam.
Yeah, so basically our interpretation of the link spam update, Google say it's an algorithm update. It's rolling out, and I don't know when this video is going out, but it's over a 2-week period. And basically, it's more effective at identifying and the term they use is nullifying link spam broadly across multiple languages. Now, I mean, what does that actually mean, and what do we think that means? I think there's two important parts here. One is the language that they've used, and I think an important part is they say it's broadly across multiple languages. Now, we know when Penguin rolled out that mainly it affected English-speaking websites and English-speaking links, and it seems to me that they've now figured out how to roll out that update across every language. I think Mark saw was it a tweet or somewhere that he even talked about rolling out across Japanese language and pretty much across the board. So we think it's basically an updated version of Penguin, where they are now able to roll out that technology across language and all different links in different languages. I think the second part to consider in this is if you are doing link building in the right way to start with, then really you've got nothing to worry about. I mean, we only do like white hat outreach. And even that, I mean, there's a grey area between Google saying what you can and can't do, but it's the most white hat type of link building you can do. And mainly we do that because we're trying to build long-term businesses, and that's the mindset you should have when you come into this industry, in this world, is not to try and, take shortcuts and build spammy links, just try and spam your way to the top, because inevitably you're going to be living in fear, fear that Google pushes out an update, or that Google taps you on the shoulder one day and the business you spent 6 months, a year, 5 years building up is now gone overnight because you've done these practices. So if anything, we see this as a positive for the industry. Anything that Google does to clean up bad practice or spammy practice where people like us, where we do good quality manual outreach, is at a disadvantage sometimes because people are spamming. Anything that clears that up and cleans it up for us is good, in my opinion. So that's my opinion, and I've covered most of probably what Mark wants to say there. But anything to add there, Mark?
Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah, it clears up the industry. So yeah, nothing more to say from me.
Awesome.
So that brings us to the end of this video. Thanks to everyone that contributed. Hopefully you're now clear in your mind what you need to do with your website. If you're not currently using the rel equals no follow on your affiliate links, you should definitely start adding that. Using something like the Rank Math plugin makes it really easy to do that. Don't worry about the rel equals sponsored. That could put you at risk of getting kicked out of the Amazon Associates program. And be careful where you get your guest posts from. Make sure they're a highly reputable company. But yeah, I'd love to know what you think about the Google link spam update. Do leave me a comment below. I try to reply to as many as I possibly can. I do read them all. And to make sure you don't miss out on any future videos, make sure you click that subscribe button and click the bell and you should get some notifications. But yeah, until next time, give it a like. That's not a like. Give it a like if you want. And yeah, good luck with your sites. See you later.